And the Tar Heels of North Carolina. College basketball. It's the stuff Super Sundays are made of on NBC Sports.
There you see Walt Hazzard, of course, giving some instructions to the UCLA Bruins. And number 31, Reggie Miller's got 15 points in the first half. And you alluded to this fact, Phil, that they're 8-2 in games in which Miller scored 21 or more. But when he's not, they're 0-4. So they need Reggie to put some points up, and he's doing it today.
Well, he had back-to-back 35-point games earlier this year, the first Bruins since Alcindor back in I believe it was 69, when Alcindor had the back-to-back game. I think it was 35 and 37.
UCLA shooting 13 for 28 from the floor at 46%, and California 8 for 20 from the floor at 40. California not having the kind of shooting half that they need to have to beat the Bruins. I think they're going to do it in the second half. The second half is the one that's going to count for California. They're still too high. They have to calm down a little bit.
It's a 2-point lead for UCLA with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Johnson moves down the side, sends it a high arching shot, won't go. Rebound Cal. UCLA picks up Eddie Javius's loose basketball. Now to Miller. There's the freshman, Pooh Richardson. He is an absolute star his freshman year for Walt Hazzard.
And he's just going to get better and better as the years go by. Pooh Richardson, one of the outstanding players in the league. That was a long jumper.
Air ball for Reggie Miller. And now the crowd is on its feet here.
Reggie from way downtown that time. Good steal by Miller, though.
Richardson lets it go from 16, and he fills it up. It's now UCLA by 4. Here comes Johnson. He pulls up, lets it go. Pooh Richardson will be whistled for the foul. His third.
Quick hands by UCLA. They've made so many steals. Pooh Richardson looks like he got a lot of ball right there. Pooh Richardson didn't like the call, picks up his third foul. Quickness is so important. There's Andre McCarter talking to Pooh Richardson. Andre McCarter's an All-American for UCLA. Of course, the other part of their staff, they have Sidney Wicks, Chris Jason, and a fellow by the name of Jack Hirsch, who played on those championship teams back in the 60s that played with Walt Hazzard.
Johnson normally an outstanding. Well, there's the number right there. Over 83% from the free throw line. Richardson will take a seat. On comes Rod Palmer, the first time we have seen the 6'3" freshman today. Johnson, second half, he knocks it down.
California should go press now. They've got Pooh Richardson out of the game. Maybe extend their defense. Of course, it didn't bother Hatcher too much. Almost kicked it away. But they don't get the kind of ball handling with Pooh Richardson out of the game.
Palmer, down to Hatcher. Hatcher lets it go from 19. Rattles her in, won't go. Rebound, Javius out to Johnson. Here come the Bears. They're down by 3. We're inside 2 minutes. Johnson, baseline, lets it go from 5 feet away and knocks it in. We're in a 1-point ball game with 1:41 remaining in the first half. Inside, Haley, turnaround over Leonard, not enough. Rebound, Javius. Bears with a chance to take a lead. They're down by 1. 1 minute and 29 to go. Chris Washington, baseline. Is he fouled? Yes, he is. And I believe it will be against Montel Hatcher.
Here's the fast break right there, and the shot. Almost fouled by 2 people there. Chris Washington took it in. Montel Hatcher and Charles Rochlin, but the foul was called on Montel Hatcher. Hatcher's third foul. Craig Jackson with 3 fouls. Gerald Jones with 3 fouls. Pooh Richardson with 3 fouls.
Washington with 2 shots. 1:26 to play first half, and we're tied at 31. And a lot of folks around the Bay Area here, and the accounts you read in the local newspapers, Dan, we're talking about possible upset here at Harmon Arena and referring to the Bears' chances of beating the Bruins. I, for one, don't think it would be an upset at all.
Now, what they want to do is stop the streak. That's all that California wants to do. In fact, California's a favorite to win the basketball game. UCLA's playing a little short-handed, and I think they made a real gutty effort here in the first half.
Bears by one. That's Hatcher with the basketball to Miller. 1:17, 1:16 to play. Shot from the perimeter. Rattles the iron, won't go. And a whistle sounds. We'll check that out of bounds to California.
You notice, Phil, the influence of not having Pooh Richardson in the game. UCLA has now gone to complete perimeter stuff. They've gone to no penetration, and Walt Hazzard just can't afford to have Richardson out.
Washington. Inside, Butler tries to turn on Haley, and Haley slaps him on the wrist. Haley now has 3. Jones, Jackson, Pooh Richardson, Hatcher, and Haley all with 3 fouls. Now, if you're Campanelli, Dan, does your game plan change?
Well, certainly it has to change a little bit. They have to look to get it inside, as you see the foul trouble there. But I look for UCLA to maybe switch the defense. I don't think they can play pressure man-to-man if you've got everybody in foul trouble, and I'm sure Walt Hazzard will try to flip out and go to his zone a little bit and just give California a different look. Butler with 10. Folks around these parts won't soon forget that tip-in he had back in the middle of December to beat Nevada Reno. 34-31. Cal by 3. We're inside a minute. Reggie Miller has to look to score for UCLA. He and Montel Hatcher are the only 2 starters on the floor, so the experienced players need to take it over. Now they're just going to waste some time, run the clock down. You got 28 on the clock and 34 on the game clock, so look for UCLA to get it down to about 10 on the shot clock, then go ahead and see if Miller or Hatcher can shoot it in. UCLA now with a 3-guard offense in the ball game. Now the shot clock is down to 8. There's your shot clock. So now they're going to have to look for it. Haley. 1 second. They'll not get the shot off. Give the basketball to Cal. They did not get a shot away. So with 7 seconds remaining in the first half, the Golden Bears will have the ball and the chance to increase their lead to 5. Johnson across the timeline. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Kevin lets it go. It's blocked from behind by Montel Hatcher, and he is going to be called for a foul, and that is Hatcher's 4th. An ill-advised foul by Montel Hatcher. The speed of Kevin Johnson as he zooms up the court. Hatcher comes from behind, gets the ball, but maybe a little body block in there. And Kevin Johnson will go to the free throw line with only 1 second remaining in the half. California up 3, can extend it to 5. Daryl Morris, a rarely used 6'3" sophomore, is checked into the ball game. He is sporting the uniform number 20. Montel Hatcher will sit down with 1 second to play. Johnson with 2. Gets the first of 2. And now it is the Bears by 4. Phil, Hatcher should have stayed away from him, though. When you've got 3 fouls, let him take the jumper, because that 4th foul is critical. Johnson with 10 points. And the final shot of the first half, a coast-to-coast flyer out of bounds. Time expires. The first 20 minutes history here at Harman Arena. And it is the California Golden Bears on top of the UCLA Bruins. Halftime score 36-31. We'll be back.
We're not a company, but outstanding people come to us every day. People who want to make a contribution to a team and do work that really counts. Eager to see new places, do the unusual, and find the unusual. People who become your friends for life. People just like you. We're not a company. We're your country. We're the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Army. We're the Armed Forces. It's a great place to start.
Just when it seemed we couldn't go any higher or make our batteries last any longer, we at Duracell topped ourselves. Introducing the new highly improved copper top battery. So improved it'll last up to 30% longer than any battery we've ever made. Once again, Duracell reaches a new height. Duracell, when it comes to making them last longer, we never stop.
Tired of those high fuel prices? Well, guess what? They're not getting any lower. Fight back with the Attic Blanket from Owens Corning. It's the most powerful roll of thermal protection you can buy. Before fuel bills put you in the red, get the Attic Blanket and put your house in the pink. Owens Corning, our building products put your house in the pink.
Well, I got horses coming in and out of here all day long. Mealtime can come differently every day. I get this gnawing in my belly.
Snickers satisfies you.
Nothing satisfies like Snickers. It's a good solid snack.
Packed with peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel, and milk chocolate.
Snickers satisfies you.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
When I'm feeling hungry, Snickers is one thing I know I can count on to satisfy me.
It has been an emotion-packed week here in Berkeley, California. Everybody here at Cal knew about the streak. 52 consecutive victories for the UCLA Bruins. Before the game, Lou Campanelli, the new head coach of the Bears, Dan, said, save your intensity, gentlemen, for defense. Boy, that advice certainly paid off.
You sure did, Phil, and they played very good defense, and I really thought California came out a little bit flat. They didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but they came on at the end of the first half, and one of the critical areas, especially for UCLA, was Pooh Richardson picking up his third foul, because when Pooh Richardson goes out of the game, California was behind 31-27. They go ahead and run 9 straight points on UCLA to take a 36-31 lead, and the fact UCLA's in big foul trouble.
You talk about foul trouble, 4 of UCLA's 5 starters with at least 3 personal fouls. Halftime score here at Harmon Arena. California 36, UCLA 31. We'll return to Berkeley after these messages from your local station.
Meet some offbeat.
Mon Dieu, ceci c'est bon?
No, français.
I haven't seen you here before.
I've never been here before.
How did you ever find this place?